Hello students, we start the lecture with one correction. I already clarified somewhere, but I want to repeat the topic which we discussed in last lecture, that is planning. And now here it is mentioned conversation. Actually this word is incorrect. At the place of conversation it must be conservation. I hope you understand the word conservation. So it is planning and conservation of resources, means how you use resources. That planning, you must be aware how I will utilize the resources, and for that purpose we discuss the situation of resources. Today we have to understand about the planning and conservation of resources in detail. The first step is, first of all, gather the information about availability of utilized, unutilized and probable resources of any region or a country as you need. That means what? You have to collect the information, you have to get the data, you have to get the information about which are the resources utilized, already used, already utilized, or unutilized, means what? Still they are not utilized, and probable resources which can be possible, can be available, can be exist at some places. Like for example, at a particular place some worker when they are working in the land, they come to know that here it may possible petroleum available. Okay, so the worker who work in the farm, they just realize that there are chances that in this land it can be petroleum exist. So it's called what? Probable resource. Means what? Such resource which may be available. Why maybe? Because we are not sure. So we can say that we have to gather the information about utilized, unutilized and probable resources of either our city or state or district or a country as a unit. How many resources are utilized, how many not utilized yet, and how can be possible as resources. The next step, the resources which are limited or non-renewable. Non-renewable means what? I repeat, which are limited and non-renewable, means you can't regenerate fast, it takes some time or cannot be regenerated only, should be exploited. Here exploited means use, be careful. Here the meaning of the word exploited means use. Should be used scientifically, means what? With some scientific reasons. Those resources which are rarest to rare or cannot be available frequently, okay, and whose ratio is very limited or they cannot renew again, they have to be used. Exploited means used in a scientific way. Scientifically means what? As per requirement, and should be used only where it is necessary to use them. Without reason it's not supposed to use. I repeat, without reason it's not supposed to use. It can be used only with a reason. Attempt should be made to develop those resources the quality of which can be increased. So you have to always focus that the quality of resource must be increased. Whatever resources you have, you have to see that you are able to create the quality better and better. So your focus is what? Whatever resource available, develop those resource quality. You have to create the quality of resource better. Okay, for example, petrol, if you improve the quality of petrol, then become purest petrol, and purest petrol is used in plane and Boeing and all those things. The resources which are cheaper and are easily available should not be wasted, but instead they should be used sparingly for future use. Sparingly means properly. Okay, so those resources which are cheaper, like solar energy, they are cheaper and are easily available. Okay, the word cheaper means what? The word cheaper means to get the energy you require to invest less, that is called cheaper. Okay, so like solar energy, wind energy, they are the resources which are cheaper and easily available. They must not be wasted. You should not waste because they are plenty available. You should not waste, but instead of that you should use them sparingly, properly for future use. Okay, you have solar energy, that is true, but you have to see that you not waste them and it can be available for future use. Now those resources which are in limited quantity, like petroleum, okay, should be conserved. You have to secure them, you have to conserve them, because their quantity is limited. Okay, so you have to conserve them. I already explained preserve and conserve means what. Still, if you don't know, you can go to our YouTube channel and can accordingly find out. Now, finding its alternative option, like petroleum available at limited quantity, then we have to find out some alternative option, like for example solar car. Okay, so you have to finding out the alternative option through technical development is a favorable in a long term. If you create some technical development which can be find out the alternative of limited quantity, okay, resource, then it is a favorable thing in long term. You can long term use this resource in the place of limited quantity. Petroleum is limited quantity. Okay, alternative option is what? Solar car. So solar car has favorable situation and it can be work for long term. Okay, next, necessary laws should be formed for the conservation of resources and should be enforced strictly. You have to frame the law, you have to form the law that the conservation of the resources should be enforced, should be done, okay, strictly. If somebody not take care of the resources, then the legal action required to be taken. Citizens should be well acquainted, well informed with all facts. Acquainted means informed. Citizens should be well informed, well acquainted with all the facts associated with the rational usage of resources. You have to tell the people of a country, citizen, that what is the situation, what is the fact that number of resources available in a country, okay, and how they require to use these resources. And a public awareness should be also cultivated. You can make public aware, okay, that if you use them sparingly, properly, okay, then what are the benefits? If you use them roughly, then what are the benefits? All this you require to explain people, so if they are aware, then they can also use accordingly. The next topic we have to go for soil formation. Soil formation can be asked for 2 marks or 3 marks. So it's a question of either 2 marks or 3 marks. Okay, clear? So we discuss term by term. Generally, the part of the surface of the earth wherein the vegetation grow is known as soil. This is the definition, important, can be asked for 1 mark. Okay, the part of the surface of the earth wherein the vegetation grows is known as soil. I hope you are able to see here. If you look at the diagram, okay, in the diagram, this green area, okay, clear, that is the uppermost. Okay, now you can able to say topsoil and humus. Okay, so these two are considered as soil. Where the mouse cursor is moving, these two is considered as soil. Sorry, these two, topsoil and subsoil. Now subsoil we don't have in our syllabus, but you are able to find out. This is the surface where vegetation grow. I hope you are able to see flowers and trees and all those. Okay. So I repeat, generally the part of the surface of the earth wherein the vegetation grows is known as soil. The soil is a thin layer composed of various elements of the surface. Now what this thin layer of soil composed? The thin layer of soil composed of, can be asked in MCQ, okay, surface of the earth. Which are the part? Minerals, humidity, humus and air, and mix up it. Okay, so these are the important points to be remembered. Minerals are available, humidity available, the ratio of humidity in the air, humus I hope you are able to see. This is humus. Okay, the layer between topsoil and the vegetation. I repeat, the layer between topsoil and vegetation is called humus. Okay, so it contains mineral. Okay, it contains minerals, humidity, humus and air, and they are mixed up. Okay, now the parental rock lie below the soil. Please remember, the parental rock lie below the soil. Parental rock means what? This rock is responsible for its soil. You can able to see here, topsoil and subsoils are available, but below that, I hope you observe, parental rock. This is bedrock. This process is known as denudation. Denudation means what? The rock divide into pieces. So this is parent rock, and from parent rock it creates subsoil and then main soil. Okay. So the sentence says that the parent rock lie between the soil. Now soil is formed due to material available through denudation. Denudation means what? Divide into small pieces. Okay. I will show you how denudation look like. Okay. See, this is called denudation. I hope you are able to see these cracks available. Now in this crack, if water goes inside or insects and all those things goes inside, the dead bodies and all those, then this rock divide into pieces. That pieces will divide into sub piece. Like that way the formation of soil done. Another photograph you can able to see. This is soil and this is parental rock. Okay. You can able to see the parent material and soil. So the sentence says that soil is formed due to material available through the denudation. Biotic remnants. Okay, now biotic remnant means what? See, observe over here carefully. Biotic means what? Animals, plants, trees, grass, bacteria, moss. Okay, they are example of biotic. Okay, and remnant means what? Remnant means something left. So all animals, dead body, plants, dead body, trees, leaf, grass, bacteria, they all, okay, which are left over is called what? Biotic remnant. Means what? Dead body of animal or plants, trees, leaf, grass, bacteria, whatever left over in the past, they are called biotic remnants. So it says biotic remnants, humidity, air, these all are get mixed up with it. All these are mixed up with denudation. So denudation plus biotic remnants plus humidity plus air, these all are mixed up with it. In other words, the soil is a natural mixture. Can be asked in exam. Natural mixture of what? Natural mixture of number 1 minerals, number 2 biotic elements, which have the capacity to grow and develop the vegetation. So we can say that, in other words, another definition. This is the second definition of the soil. Please listen carefully. This is the second definition of, you can say, soil. The soil is a natural mixture of number 1 minerals and number 2 biotic elements, which have the capacity, both of these, which has a capacity to grow and develop vegetation, trees and all those things. So whenever we talk about soil, it's nothing but mixture of two things, minerals and biotic elements. Okay, so this is the process of soil formation. Okay, and it can be asked for 2 marks or 3 marks, or individually for 1 mark also. The next topic is soil, which we cover up in the next lecture, because in exam it can be asked for 4 marks, what is soil, and explain the types of soil. Now some types of soil you learn in 9th standard, but we will repeat everything in detail. Okay, so soil and the types of soil, that both we discuss in the next lecture. Okay, thank you.